Fix my crown. Oh, hey. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to How to Lie. My name is Tatiana, and today, like every day, I'll be bringing you an entry from my journal, have a little discussion about what my entry is, go into intentional. I'm also going to bring you um, conflict resolutions with cards. I also have tarot cards, so I have a lot of other things that I want to indulge you into. But today's conversation will be about this is page 7. Page 7 says, conflict awakens complacency. Can you see it? No worries if you can't really see it. I'll be taking a picture of it and putting it on my Instagram, just in case you want to keep the journals going and the pages and you want to journal about it. Conflict awakens complacency. So here's where this is at for me. Have you ever been at a job? You go in every day, come out thinking it is just a job. Every time you get home, you just feel like, it's a relief. Or when you're on your way to work, you feel like, oh my God, I gotta go there again. Most of the time, those type of jobs are jobs that are simply just jobs. They're not your passion. They're not purpose. You're just going there, and the purpose of going there is just to make money to pay off bills. But there's no passion in there. There's no real purpose, internal purpose. So what starts to happen at that job is that you begin to get into more and more conflict because you're already having an internal conflict with yourself because you know this is not where you're supposed to be. You're not feeling it. There's no energy. Your spirit is not there. And you just feel dreadful. Going there is stress, depressing, and oppressing of who you really are. So, what do? You end up getting into conflict with other people. You end up never agreeing with anybody in charge or agreeing with people around you. You find in everyday, magnetically, conflict finds you. And you embrace it, and then you begin to complain. And that complaint brings on internal conflict because really, this is not who you are. It's not who you are because this is not where you belong. But what happens is that many of us don't leave places that we are because we feel like we have children, we have responsibility. That's one of the reasons though. We have children, we have responsibility, and we got bills to pay off. So if I leave, where am I going to go? But the reality of it is the reason that you would leave is because you have children and you have responsibility and you know that there is someplace else lined up for you to go because you trust the universe. You trust that God has something else lined up for you. So when you think about it, why wouldn't I leave a job for my children? Because if I'm coming home every day depressed and stressed and suppressing my feelings and oppressing and whatever else that I have to do, all of it is cess. Think about it. Your children are now picking up on that type of feeling, and then they too will go on in life, and emulate that. If it's not your children, it's your friends, it's other people in your surroundings. So if you think about it, none of this is giving off good vibes. But what it is doing is allowing you to stay complacent. And many of us, we would rather be complacent, even though we complain about things, even though we come home stressed, depressed, suppressing our feeling, suppressing our oppressed feeling. And if you think about it, even though all of this has happened, we still like the comfortability of knowing that all of this is happening. But what conflict is supposed to do is awaken your complacency. That's it. You're supposed to be awakened by it. Like, yo, why am I having this eternal conflict? Why am I always fighting myself to go to this place? I'm fighting myself on one hand, and then on the other hand, I'm telling myself, like, oh my God, maybe I need to stay here. But the reality of it is that this conflict is meant to awaken you from your complacency. Stop being complacent. Stop leaning on comfortability. Stop thinking that, oh my God, because this mattress been comfortable for all these years, that it doesn't need to be changed. Absolutely. It needs to be changed. It's time for a new mattress. It's time for you to lay in the right place at the right time for the right people. You can't get aligned with the universe if you continue to let this conflict build up. Because this conflict is meant to stagnate you and keep you away from aligning or paralyzing with the universe so that you can receive all the things that you need to receive. So, this is what I say. Go on your day. And every time a conflict comes up, ask yourself, because that conflict is exterior, but ask yourself what's happening interior, and then resolve that issue. Stop complaining. Take that out a little bit. And instead of complaining, get on a computer and let your fingers do the tapping and get to things that you really like to do. Invest at least 1 to 2 hours a day on something that you enjoy immensely. Great example. I love reading. I love writing because I'm a great writer. I love communicating, as you can see. So I look for a platform for me to do what I need to do. So here's my platform. My platform is using YouTube, where I then get to show you what I'm writing. Then I get to tell you what I've read through my communication. And then I get to help you rise yourself up to a higher level. And then in turn, because I'm serving you, it becomes a service to me. Because everything I'm telling you, I hold myself accountable for doing the same thing. So every day you go on, you find something that is conflicting in your life when you walk in there. What bothers you? But what will bring you joy? Let that joy take precedent over what bothers you. Find an hour to 2 hours every day and dedicate it to the things that make you joyous, to the things that make you smile, to the things that make you happy, to the things that make you feel like, oh, I'm basking in what I'm supposed to be doing. Be inspired. Because I remember my cousin told me this one time. She spoke about how she's a nurse and she works in a place where a hospice, which is where, you know, people that have cancer and things. It's not necessarily a hospice, but she works in a hospital that take care of cancer patients. And she said she always asks the patients, or I guess they make it a habit of, they have papers and forms to fill out, and ask the patients, what do they regret in life? What is it that they regret? And the vast majority of them say the same thing, that they didn't get to do the things that they wanted to do. They did the things that they had to do. And if you're going on to life, see, I believe that when you chase after money, money keeps running. But when you chase after passion, money keeps coming. Because when people see